B.
Hi, Sean.
I talked to you yesterday.
Good. You are fantastic.
Thank you.
Yes. A great host. Sean is ready to listen to his show.
Absolutely, 95.5.
One mic.
Shelley Winter Show live, local, topical, and relevant, my friends. Let's get to it. We've got a good show for you tonight. We always have a good show for you every single night. Well, we try to. But I think this is going to be a good one. I got a lot to talk about. I got a lot to get off my mind. Don't forget, it's Friday night, so Bill Crane joins me at 8:06 this evening. But I want to start here, right? So I don't know what happened in Houston, Texas, right? I don't know. I wasn't there. I haven't seen any video. And because the same agency, meaning ICE, Department of Homeland Security, is involved, and because they've kind of shaded the truth before, right? We know they have, right? Like Renee Good, they said she had tried to ram the officer. And the officer got one shot off from kind of the side of the car and then killed. The kill shot came from the side of the car. But they'd also asked her to make a turn, and she was in the middle of making a turn. But they said they tried to run the officer down. Remember, they told us that. Come to find out, sketchy at best. Then they told us that Alex Preddy had a gun. But then we saw the video clear as day. He was on his stomach with the gun in his back. And 8 or multiple number of officers around him. So I come from that school of thought, well, if you kind of, shade the truth a little bit the first or second time, the third time I'm going to look at you and say, I'm waiting for the evidence to come out. But all that being out there, a man was killed. And it turns out, to make it so bad, the man had been here 35 years, undocumented, never, ever, ever, ever being in trouble with the law. As a matter of fact, he had his own business. 35 years he'd been here. 35, not 3, not 5, not 13, 35 years the man had been here. Had his own business. He and 2 others were going to work, all undocumented. None of them with a criminal record. And I think it's very important for me here to point out, none of them having a criminal record. Now, obviously, there are many of you screaming and yelling in your cars right now. Wherever you're listening, you're screaming and yelling at me. They were illegal. That's their crime. Okay, that's fair. But it doesn't deserve a death penalty either. But I don't know what happened. So I'm not going to sit here and call names of ICE agents. I'm not going to sit here and I'm not going to do anything like that. But I am going to read to you something. Federal immigration agents who killed a man during a traffic stop in Houston on Tuesday had been searching for a different person, according to a Department of Homeland Security spokeswoman. The targets of the ICE investigation were 2 people, one of whom was from Guatemala and whom the agents believed was in a white van being driven by the victim, according to 2 people with knowledge of the matter who were not permitted to speak about the case. But the targets of the investigation were not in the van. When agents tried to stop the vehicle, the encounter quickly escalated, and an agent shot Mr. Arroyo in the abdomen. He died at the hospital hours later. 35 years that man had been here. No criminal record. Now, I don't know about you. This is where we differ. Now, you could call me all kinds of names. You could say I'm not a real Republican. You can say whatever you want to. But when I went to the polls, I voted for violent, criminal, illegal immigrants to be deported. That's what I voted for. Not people who had been here 35 years and had done nothing wrong the entire time they were here. Contributing to society, raising a family. Now, many of you will say, we got to get rid of them all. Okay, that's fair. Get rid of them all. That's fine. If that's your point of view, that's fine. I'm not going to argue with you on that. I don't agree with that, but I'm not going to argue with you on that. Do I believe in amnesty for everyone? Not really for everyone. If there was amnesty, this guy should have gotten it, right? 35 years, his paperwork was in, his meeting or his initial meeting was coming up. I would have given amnesty to a guy that's been here for 35 years, never gotten in trouble with the law, and contributed for 35 years to this great country. I would have given him amnesty. I know many of you wouldn't have, for whatever reason. Whatever reason you didn't want to. I would have. 35 years? Nothing wrong? No record? Nothing? Running a business? Hiring people? Putting money back into the economy of Texas and the country? Sounds like a good citizen to me. Doesn't sound like he's sitting at home eating Cheetos and Netflix, right? Doesn't sound like it to me. Sounds like he's contributing. But that's neither here nor there. What bothers me, what really, really bothers me is the lack of human decency on the part of anybody that's on the other side of this issue. A man was killed. A man was shot by the federal government. You know, like we had something in our MAGA mantra. I had a T-shirt. I can't find it right now, but it said, "Don't tread on me." That's what it said. I remember when Barack Obama got elected, the rise in militia groups because the federal government and their black helicopters were coming for us. I remember it like it was yesterday. Now, all of a sudden, the people that say to me, "You're not a real Republican," are for heavy-handed, big federal government. For years and years and years, I said I like the Republicans more than the Democrats because they're for smaller government. They're not for intrusive big federal government. Dare I say they're for states' rights. Now all of a sudden, we want the federal government to do everything for us, while at the same time yelling at another group of people by calling them communists. You're a communist. But this group of people, we need the feds in our cities. We need the feds to run our elections. We need the feds to do everything. But I'm not the real Republican. A man is dead. A family man is dead. He's been here 35 years, never coming within the attention of law enforcement at all. And he's dead. And all we can come up with is, he tried to ram him with a van. He shouldn't have rammed them. That's all we can come up with. And then here's the political ramifications of a case like this. It's in Texas, Houston, Texas. Guess who Ken Paxton, the Republican, needs to win the Senate seat in Texas? Hispanics. Hispanics. He needs Hispanics. He doesn't need African Americans. He needs Hispanics. Because Texas has a bunch of legal Hispanics who can vote. And guess what's not going to happen because of a case like this? Because, see, Preddy and Good were in Minnesota. The other cases are all across the country. Hispanics don't like it. Hey, we didn't vote for this. You can see it in the polling. I've been telling you this since last October. All of a sudden, all the other conservative talking heads have come around since March and April saying the same thing I said back in October. But it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I can live with that. But what do you think is going to happen to Hispanics in Texas now? Especially when they see a large number of Twitter talking heads and radio talking heads and cable news talking heads saying, well, they tried to ram him with the van. No, Hispanics sit back and say, well, wait a minute. He never did anything wrong in 35 years. Yes, he was here undocumented, but that didn't deserve a death penalty. That's what they're saying. That's the protests that are going on in Texas right now. These are voters that Ken Paxton needs in Texas. So as you tell me, I'm not voting for Tallarico, nor am I endorsing him. It's a shame that I have to say that. But as you tell me about Tallarico's crazy religious thoughts, understand that the people you need the most, you just killed one of them. You just killed one of them. And your first response wasn't to say, oh my God, that's horrible. I feel bad for his family. Was his brother with him in the car? Oh, that's so horrible. No, that wasn't your first response. Your first response was to go on social media, go on cable news, and go on radio stations all across the country and say, he tried to ram him with a van. Yet you want these people to vote for you. You want them to vote for our side. You want them to vote for the Republican candidate. There is this level of narcissism and egotism that exists in the world of politics today, where you can be so outraged. I can't believe he voted for men and women's sports. I can't believe there's a pastor that's pro-abortion. Oh, my God. But then when a man is killed who's lived here for 35 years without ever coming in contact with law enforcement, running a business, hiring people, paying taxes, raising a family, when he's gunned down by the federal government, agents of the federal government, with no body cameras rolling, your only response is he tried to ram him with a van. Yeah. When we get slaughtered in November, I want you to remember all of these things. And I want you also to say to yourselves in November, on Wednesday in November, I want you to say to yourselves, you don't have to call in and say it to me, but I want you to say to yourselves, wow, the guy on at night, 7 to 9 p.m., he was right all along. This is Shelley Winter Show, 404-872-0750. 1-800-WSB-TALK. At least, my friends, show some empathy for others before you jump to defend murder. We'll be right back.